around, so we're just gonna get to the business here. Where they at? Oh. Summon this dude. A little dust storm on him. Oh no, you messed up. You already made your mistake. Oh. Oh, by the way, we have spell scribe. Because it wouldn't make sense to have a magic sword without spell scribe, right? Yeah, that guy's off to the races. So, the one thing I'll say about Shehai, my biggest takeaway is that it is extraordinarily slow to level. It's okay to have a non-conjuration conjuration. By the way, it doesn't count as a conjuration. But it does help you. I do wish that it was do something. Man, y'all whack. Hit her. She was drawn out. Got him. Watch out for that rogue's parry, man. Watch out for it. Caught you. Resummon this guy. So you just resummon him. If you resummon him, he's instant, by the way. Hit you with that dust storm real fast. Five, 6, 7, 8. Thunder and blow ready. I'm gonna try to catch him in the middle of an attack. Nah, that's not gonna do it. Thunder and blow ready. Okay. Take that guy out. Yeah. What you gonna? Down. Make a move. Swing. Got him. Oh, darn it. Oh, still count it? Nice. It's kind of wishy-washy with what it counts as a fully drawn bow or whatever. At least I think it counts as a fully drawn bow. Hold up. I might be lying to you guys. Give me a second. Drawing a bow. Yeah. Okay, that definitely doesn't count. I'll let that rock. Also summon this and also hit you with dust storm real fast. Yeah, nah. Freaking Valve Rain! Can't hit anything. Alright, anyway. These guys are down. That actually felt like a lot of fun. Doing this kind of sword fighting where you switch back and forth between abilities. Like, you guys you can't see me doing it, but I'm hitting the 3, the 2, the 4 constantly, right? So that I'm either hitting this ability for the slow time, this ability for Shehai, which I do wish you can't see the man's body running. It's ingenious that it is just a person controlling a sword, but I just wish that you couldn't see the person part of it. I wish you could only see the sword. And then this for Dust Storm, which is my left bumper. So yeah, all this goes really well together. I wasn't really planning on using warrior poet powers with EnaiRim and during these demos, but I felt like why not just because this is how I would play anyway. So why not just show it, right? So let's go ahead and show it. What's up, guys? Oh, you drawing a bow? You messed up. You messed up. That was a mistake. Oh, you attacking? You messed up. That was a mistake. Rogue's parry to your face. Yeah, I don't really know what to even say about this. By the way, I'm using the Bone Sever, so I also get bleeding damage from that on top of the Dust Storm. Well, I guess Dust Storm doesn't do bleeding damage, it's weapon damage. But whatever. I get damage over time from this. You get this sword and this set from the Remnant quest from Creation Club, by the way. Uh-oh. Your little dodge move don't work that well, bro. Does that count? Well, I just blow him away. By the way, Tornado is my spell scribe, so it's from Elemental Destruction Magic. By the way, all the Elemental Destruction Magic spells are way weaker than the actual EnaiRim spells, but I do like the lore of I don't even think it's lore, just the feeling of having earth, water, and wind magic. So we rock it. And if you're using Volcanator like I am, you cannot patch Elemental Destruction Magic unless I guess you're on PC, but I'm not on PC, so that's not a possibility for me. If you're on Xbox and you want to use Volcanator, you have to use it raw. So in order to make it work, you're going to go to over here to your destruction field, and you're just going to pick raw magic, and it maxes out at 90, but I think it starts at like 30 or something like that. You're just going to come over here and work on it that way, and then max out your destruction mastery as well. The only other thing you can really do that I didn't do here was over here in alteration. There's this thing called wild shrines. Take it and then down and down here, coming from Pinewood. If you run north from Pinewood along this area, you'll see the destruction shrine. Don't pick up the note because you'll die probably, but if you just activate the shrine, you'll get a permanent, I think 20% magnitude to all your destruction spells, which is freaking amazing. So that's just free damage right there. I'm not using it, but you can use it. Let's summon the Shehai again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. See, like I said, it takes 7 seconds to come out. There you go. Put that work in. By the way, Shehai. So let me explain Shehai for a second. So Shehai, its length. So I'm gonna summon it again. See at top left, 43 seconds, 32 damage, and 126% attack speed plus 126. That all comes from your base stats. So your base stats determine how strong your Shehai is going to be, and what those stats are. So the length of time that it's up, like how long that it's going to last, is based on your health. The amount of damage it does is based on your magicka, and then its attack speed and I think its own stamina is based on your stamina. So what I've done is I've gone with more of a mixed build. So the actual build is pure health, by the way, but I did use some linking. So you'll see here we have on this ring we have link health magicka and also link health stamina, so that we could focus on health because that helps us out with Sadakal. We have like 100 and something percent. Accidentally we got to devotee with Sadakal because I didn't need it, so we have Ouroboros available. Where is it? Tennis of Sadakal. Doesn't tell you how my follower Sadakal. Okay, there we are. 105%. So we're at 105% with Sadakal, and then on top of that, we just increased our magic and stamina as much as we could via this stuff. Links do count as fortifies, so the triptych did work. So we got a free plus 50 to everything, and then I just threw a haste on there as well. I don't know why haste is so weak, but it is what it is. I think it's because it's on the padding, and then Damn the RK. I don't know why I'm going to build, but that's just basically what empowers your, and it's based not on your core stats, but on your current stats. So if you have any way to increase those stats, all those go into what makes your Shehai stronger. And then, like I said, if you try to summon it raw, I don't know if this is only in Xbox or if it's for everybody, but if you try to summon it raw, it takes forever. If you summon it right after it disappears or while it's still alive, it'll just pop right out. Shut up.
Over here. It's coming loose.
Mad annoying. There you go.
Never should have.
That storm. Oh shit, I put a work on him. Oof. Hate to be you. Yeah. Oh, dodge level. That's cool. See, it just disappeared and I just resummoned it. That storm's pretty good too. I like it. It's not strong though, but I don't think it needs to be strong. It gives you an AoE attack when you normally would only have a one-way, like one-directional attack. And that range seems pretty dang good, honestly. Like, it seems... How big is this range supposed to be? Hold up. It doesn't tell you how big the range for Dust Storm is, but it's pretty dang big, it looks like. Oh. Yeah, that first one got hit, so that's maybe 5 meters-ish, and I can spam it at the cost of stamina, which isn't really a cost. Oh, dang, that was kind of a waste of time. Oh, no, it wasn't. Alright, yeah, it was. What is he doing? What just happened? Oh, it was the wind. It was whirlwind. This guy has a bow? Oh, he picked up a bow. I didn't know Shehai could do that. Okay, that's really weird, but that's awesome. That's interesting. Okay. We got different Shehais over here, guys. Come. Oh, I want to get a rogue's parry off. That's too early. Way too early. Come on out. Oh, darn it. Looks like Whirlwind Cloak is going to kill the really weak jogger before I get... Alright, there's one down. I was kind of late on that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. By the way, how much extra damage does that rogue's parry do? I'm just gonna put it in stamina. Because I've been putting it in health for all the extra levels I've been taking. By the way, this is a level 50 build. Even though it says level 53, I didn't need the extra points. So, I actually have a couple extra points I don't need. So, how much extra damage does it do? 40% more damage and a critical strike. So, I don't know what the critical strike entails. Let's see. For a bow, critical striking, or for a sword, critical striking does what? Doesn't say we get anything useful out of critical strikes. Oh, here we go. We get 2% more critical damage per level one-handed, so that's another 200% on top of that. So, yeah, it is a lot of damage then. You messed up. You messed up. That was a mistake. Alright. So, with all that said and done, this has been Redguard. Honestly, not bad. I honestly do hate Shehai. So, let me explain this. I have built this entire build around Shehai, right? So that is why Shehai is competent. but it is nowhere near as good as caustic spit is, as what else is really stupidly good. Um, Warhog Stomp ain't that good. It's pretty bad actually. Warhog Stomp is worse than this. By the way, let me explain something. I should go through the rest of the build actually, so let's do that. Um, the most important thing you're going to pick up, there's, okay, just like with the orc, this is incredibly important, but this isn't the most important thing you're going to pick up. Um, just like with Nord, the most important thing you're going to pick up is, actually, that was Nord I meant, not orc. Advancing Magic. This makes your Shei free. Period. Dot. Make sure Shei free, make sure Rage free, make sure Caustic Spit free, but I hates orcs, so it doesn't make your War Stomp free. Go figure. I don't know what, I don't know why it doesn't make War Stomp free, but it is what it is. We're not gonna try to figure that out today. Um, it makes Shei free, which is awesome because Shei eats mana and does almost nothing for like the until you. Here's the problem with Shei. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I have a bunch of complaints about Shei. Like, just because I've built around it and made it useful doesn't mean it's useful. Like, for all the work I've put into making this thing useful, you could have just gone into Conjuration and summoned something halfway competent for way less effort than that. Um, I'm just keeping it real. Like, you could have just gone. I could have gone to Conjuration and summoned a Lesser Dremora or whatever, and it would have been fine. Um, so, in order to make Shei work, you have to boost all your stats up. Get Fancy Magic will allow you to ignore the magic cost, which also allows you to do more damage, because remember, it's based on your current magic, right? So if you're spending magic to use it, then the damage is going to be lower, probably. Um, what else? I don't like the fact that you can see the person body, but I don't know how much he can control that. He or she, they can control that. Um, what else? What else do I do not like about Shei? The impact is just really weak. So after 50 levels of doing everything I can to empower this thing, by the way, Conjuration, none of the Conjuration perks empower it. You don't get anything extra out of the Conjuration. You can't summon more than one. And none of the other, here's my biggest thing, none of the standing stones do anything for it. Like, yes, you have a standing stone that turns it into stamina buff, like Y, and you have a standing stone that turns it into um it turns it into what you call it, a sorceress, like Y. Like, I get it, that's cool, but why? Like, then you have one standing stone exactly that gives you an actual buff to the Shei ability itself, which disarms enemies, which is cool because in my game, humans are really, really strong. Like, humans and elves are really, really strong. But it's like at like a 10% clip or something stupid like that. Let me fact check myself real fast. Hold up. I gotta do a quick self fact check. Did I get rid of Freyr? I normally have Freyr already up on Nexus, but now I gotta pull it up real fast. Alright, here we are. Alright, so Thiefstone, Shamshir, your Shei has a 15% chance to briefly disarm the target. 15%. Now, granted, I have a ton of stamina right now, so you saw my Shei was working, right? It was hitting fast. When you start the game at like level 2, 3, and you're trying to use Shei, that thing, number one, it's only summoned for about 13 seconds. So it takes 7 seconds to pop out, and after coming out, it's only around for 6 seconds. It's not going to even hit the enemy once usually. So right then and there, it's trash. So after you boost your health and your stamina, and I really would recommend doing what I did and just going pure health, and then finding the links later in order to make it a more balanced build. Once you have enough health and stamina so that it can stick around long enough to actually hit an enemy, and then the stamina is high enough that you can hit an enemy repeatedly because it swings fast, right? You know, one time I saw it, it was just like smacking an enemy in the face like 3 or 4 times a second. I was like, that's really cool. Like, but once you have it upgraded like that, yeah, it works better. But I'm 50 levels in, right? Like, where was that help when I needed it when I was low level? Whereas if you do the same thing with, let's say, Caustic Spit just straight up works. It just straight up works. You use it on an enemy, that enemy is pretty much dead to rights. Um, so uh, yeah, yeah. Basically, it's a lot of work for very low impact. And it's not a lot of work for very low impact in the same way that Orc was, where Orc still felt good. Shayhai does not feel good to use. You're just pressing a button to summon a thing. So it doesn't feel good to use it. Um, so it's just like low impact, low interactiveness. Like it's not something I'm doing. It's just something I'm summoning, right? Like if it was, I think it would need something. It needs something. Um, if it's going to stay the way it is, which is fine, I'm fine with it staying the way it is. I just wish it got more. It probably needs to scale twice as fast as it does. Like I would say that would be the first thing. Is like make it scale twice as fast as it does. If it did that, then it would be reasonably better. Like okay, it's really weak in the beginning. That sucks. I don't think it should have to be a level 50 ability for it to be strong. At level 50, you're pretty much beating the game already. And it just got competent? You mean you've already been through the Thalmor Embassy, Riften Warrens, all these other places. You fought Alduin once. You fought a couple of dragons, and it just got good? Like, I don't think that's reasonable. I think it should be this good at like level 20, maybe 25. Level 20. Let's say at level 20, it should be as good as it was here. Otherwise, why wouldn't you just use the conjuration tree? Why wouldn't I just summon Dremora? Right? Why wouldn't I just summon Dremora? Because Dremora is literally the same thing. And on top of what it is, I can use this stuff, right? Boom. Make it stronger, make more of them. Like, I get real, I get real, I get all these buffs from my regular Dramoras. Granted, my regular Dramoras can be killed. Shayhai, the one really good thing about Shayhai is I don't think Shayhai can actually be killed. I think that thing just exists until it runs out of time. Um, but they're just so much better. You can buff them with the other spells that you have in EnaiRim. Like, matter of fact, I never tried buffing it with what was it? The Lunar Sickle. What is that? What's that spell called? Daedric Sickle. It's like a sword that you put on your summons. I don't think it would count though. I don't think it would work. But then again, it did pick up a random bow and start using it, so it might count. Um, that'd be kind of cool actually, but it wouldn't really help. Now, if an eye made a spell where it allowed you to give a summon a bow or some type of ranged weapon, that'd be different. Um, but in this case, I don't think that's gonna matter. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Shayhai. I think it's. Do I think it's worse than Warhog Stomp or War Stomp in general? I say yes. I think it's worse than War Stomp in general, and here's why. If I use War Stomp, and I think War Stomp has this litany of problems, and I discussed them at length. If I use War Stomp, even if it doesn't do any damage or anything else, if it hits, and I follow up with a say power attack on the build that I'm going to use on an orc, which is usually going to be like a big old two-handed weapon, I'm probably going to kill the enemy. Like, so even if it doesn't do any damage, I'm still going to kill. Right? That's the deal. Like, regardless of if it or not it does damage, I'm still going to kill. Hold up, let me check something. I think I might have hit the button. So since it does damage, well, since it doesn't do damage, but it does set an enemy up to be power attacked by a two-handed weapon, it's still decent. And it's not like Shayhai doesn't do that, right? Because Shayhai can be a distraction. It can actually save your life, right? Because distracts an enemy, you can just sneak up behind them, bop them in the head, boop, and it only costs you 75 mana, right? Mm, actually, no. No, I'm going to switch my opponent. I'm going to switch what I just said. Shayhai's still better than War Stomp, just because of that. I wasn't thinking straight there. But it isn't as fun. It's better, but it's not as fun. So I would say War Stomp needs to get better. Shayhai needs to get funner. Yeah, I think that's what it needs. Those things, they're missing two very different things. War Stomp is fun to play with, but it sucks. Shayhai, it does kind of suck still. It's not as effective as it needs to be, but the bigger problem is that it's not fun. I think if it was more fun to play with, I think it would be better. All right, but that's all I'm gonna ramble on about. Um, I want to do something I don't normally do and just finish this out. Let's finish out this haul. Down to shit high, right? I wonder how fast it can move. Come. Oh. So once you summon it, I guess that's one way to work around its slow summoning speed, is that you could just pre-summon it. Because, especially if you're using Vancian magic, it just doesn't matter. Like, yeah, just keep summoning it all the times. There. And it'll always appear on you. I know enemies are coming. Cool. He does keep kind of trying to keep up with us. Now you see how quick he's run? That's because of all those stamina buffs. You don't want to see what that looks like. Swing. Swing, bada swing. There you go. There you go. Alright. Well, that'll be it for this episode. As always, I've been me. You've been awesome. Catch you on the next one. We will be doing Wood Elf. We will be doing Bow. We will be doing Harrier. Well, there's nothing to do with Harrier. You can't buff it or anything, so it's just gonna exist. I don't know what else to say to you guys. It's just gonna exist. It's gonna exist. It's gonna make me frustrated, because it's gonna randomly start hunting things, and I'm just gonna be like, whatever. But as always, I've been me. You've been awesome. Peace.